afternoon, my button moons, welcome back. I don't know if I got this angle right. Okay, so we've been asked to do an updated Is Contact Coming? Because I've only done one of them in the 4 months that the channel's been going, so we're going to do it. I brought loads of decks out, but I've gone to these ones. These are the ones I'm being pulled towards. So, no, Is Contact Coming? Number 1, number 2, pick a deck. Hashtag pick a deck. Deck 1, deck 2, Is Contact Coming? I've got that shadow again on my face. It's a problem when it gets so dark. It's getting dark dead early. And everything gets filled with shadows. So pick your deck, think about your person. Let me get that mutual energy from you. 3, 2, 1, ding. Okay, can I get into my collective's energy of deck number 1, please? My collective's energy of deck number 1. And can I get into their person's thoughts, feelings, emotions, energy, thought processes, actions, possibilities and probabilities. That's what we need today. That is where we're going today. Possibilities and probabilities, choices, chances, changes. Ooh. You wonder where I get all this from. Gift of the universe, I tell you. The little phrases I learn. So as always, this is going to work on the strongest mutual energy between you all. So if anything doesn't resonate, just remember it for a later date, or it don't resonate. Maybe your energy's not in the deck properly. Okay. So can I have the collective energy? Is contact coming? I'm blooming nervous for you watching this. Okay, good card, good start. We got off to a good start. Still off to a good start. We're still off to a good start. Is contact coming? How many do we need? 5. We want 5 from this stack. 4. 5. We're going to have to do that. My cards. My guide will tell me one thing and my cards jump down a different angle. That's okay because there's an outcome at the end. I was going to pull you a different deck to get 2 for the outcome, but the cards done it for me. Contact's coming. Yeah, it's coming. It is right in the process of happening as we speak. Contact is coming towards you. Your person is starting to feel quite isolated, alone, feeling as if they're kind of standing... feelings like rubbing their own, like licking their wounds is what I'm hearing. I heard rubbing salt in the wounds and then I heard licking their wounds. So they're a bit confused by things. That was a translation error, by the way. That was a antennae error. So they're licking their wounds at the moment. They're feeling like everything's kind of caught fire and they've got no control of it. Feeling isolated, feeling alone, especially at night time. A lot of them, the more spiritual relationships watching this, a lot of them will be feeling more sorry for themselves at night time, licking their wounds, and also rubbing salt in their wounds. I am hearing that. And why are they doing that? What's this about rubbing salt in wounds? They're watching, a lot of them are watching you on social media. Now that won't be all of you because some of you will have them blocked. But they're worrying about what you're up to, who you're with, what you're doing, what's actually going on, why haven't you spoke to them. Those of you that are still texting and calling in this deck, please relax a little bit with it because this person, your person, needs time to miss you. So salt in the wounds and licking their wounds, both of those statuses for this deck. So they're feeling sorry for themselves, they're in conflict about it. People are also trying to sway the decision. You've got the 3 of bells of swords in this deck, so you've got the 3 swords at the top, which is heartache. Heartache is impounding on their head. They're realising that they've made a serious error, a lot of them. Those of them that haven't made a serious error, which is not many of them, but some of you watching this, your person hasn't made a serious error, and they've kind of put all the emotions behind them. They're trying to start focusing on a future, moving forward. forward. They're not quite sure how to do that. At the moment, they are still in self-protect mode. But as this isolation gets more, as the salt in the wound gets more, as they're licking their wounds, they're going to start feeling this longing which is building up, and that is happening right now. The longing is starting to build up. Majority of you, I've just heard 2, so it will be 2 weeks to 2 months. Majority of you, it feels more along 2 weeks for a lot of you, but some of you it's 2 months, some of you it is a slightly bit longer. Again, that's your collective residual energy. Remember as well that timings always take them with a little bit of leeway, because if you hold on to it too tightly, you're not going to be able to get it, you're not going to manifest it, because you're not creating space. Your person is on their way back to you. They've got to make a choice and decision which they know about. This is judgment, but in this deck it is awakening. So they are working it out. They're realising that there's more going on. They're starting to follow the light rather than staying in the darkness, and moving towards you. Definite moving towards you with the Explorer of Candles. This is the Knight of Wands. Over here on his horse, he's looking a little bit clueless, so your person is a little bit clueless. They're on a lizard today. Blending into the background as well, I just heard chameleon. Blending into the background, they can change the camouflage as they need to. So a lot of you will not be aware that this movement is actually happening behind the scenes. Some of you will be trusting your natural instinct. Some of you will be going, no, my instinct's a load of rubbish, it's not working. They are still protecting their heart with the red over the chest, the red plate. That's root chakra energy, which is all about stability and security. So they will make moves towards you, but they're still going to be protecting their heart a little bit. But emotions are at the forefront. That's what I'm being shown. The water, emotions are at the forefront. So once these fears start resolving, or not even resolving, being put behind them, they're going to be making moves towards you. Make that decision and make those moves on their way to you. The other elements are aligning as well. The universe is listening to you. What else have we got? The Fool card. They're going to just go with the flow of it. Take a leap of faith. Rainbow for rainbow bridge. Our world and the next. The crossing between the two worlds. Spirit are guiding this situation. Clouds, unexpected visit. This person is jumping from the rock, the stability, over the rainbow bridge into an unexpected visit. So things are happening. Things are definitely happening. They also aren't aware that the emotions could be a little bit up and down with the storm in the background. They're diving into a pile of whatever is going to happen between the two of you. But this is definite jumping into contact. From that, you have the 10 of Cups, really good cards. Again, stability, security, happy, love, life. Some of you will feel that you are on the outside looking in. Those are my little third party followers when your person is with someone else. Again, try not to make the person they are with relevant. A lot of your people watching this, your person, if they are with someone else, a lot of that is karmic. The more complicated third party people, I read for the majority of you anyway, personally, so you'll know what's going on. So that's what's kind of happening here. The rainbow bridge is jumping from one card to the next. The rainbow is going through one card to the next. Communication, things moving. They are going to be getting in contact with you, and it's in the near future. Some of you it's even in the immediate future, but majority of you it is in the near future. They're being guided by spirit with the numinous card. Numinu. Divine relationship, northern lights, being guided. Things that there's people working behind the scenes on your case. Spirit world working on the. I cannot get my words out tonight. Spirit are working on your case, and it's going to be shifting forward. The snow cap, the asteroid is kind of coming in. The snow cap is going to melt, and the melting will mean contact, and then you have your happy outcome. The sun. Not long. Let me do, what cards should we do? Let me get you 3. Let's use the love deck. The little love deck. Let's get your oracle cards for you. Just to clarify. Can I have 3 clarifying cards for my collective deck? Deck number 1 is contact coming soon. Can I have 3 clarifying cards? Got a song in my head, so I get a lot of songs from spirit. I get a lot of songs again. I have no idea who this is by. But it says, where do we begin? Where do we sing it? Say again. It's something about where do we begin again. It's being sung at me. I could tell you how the song went, but I couldn't tell you what the lyrics are. Okay, so what you've got, your clarifying cards over here, is begin. It kind of goes in a bit of a cycle. So this is your new beginning, standing here, star, right path, heart-centered emotions coming out. Then you have move on, but this isn't talking about moving on from the situation. This is talking about for you and your person to make this work. You have got to put the past behind you. This again is communication with the lips and the words coming out. So you've got the stars on here, starting to begin the cycle, moving, communication coming towards you, love coming with heart-centered emotions, and there will be a need for forgiveness. Majority of you need to forgive them. Some of them, they need to forgive you. Sometimes it takes two hands to clap. Not that you're going to like me saying that, but sometimes it does. So they're really good cards. So it's standing on the cusp of this contact coming. It will happen. It's shifting. It's moving, and it's moving now. You haven't got long. You haven't got long. Try to keep your vibration high. Do stuff that you enjoy. That will shift your vibration up to a higher level. Make sure you are trying to hold on to the negative thoughts for less than 17 seconds. I know it's hard, but just go and do something that you enjoy. That's what Spirit's saying. Just go do something you enjoy. Some of you, it'll be worth doing some automatic writing. The more spiritual of you, automatic writing. Get a pen and paper. Put some white light around you for protection. Ask you guys to step into your energy and just write without thinking. See whatever words come into your head, just scribble them down, and there will be more of a story given to you. But please put protection around yourself first, because of it. Not necessarily dark spirits, but there's a lot of pesky spirits, especially those pesky ones that like to mess with divine relationships. There's loads, trust me. So please just ask you guys to protect your energy first, and do it in white light and do some automatic writing. See what you get. There will be a need for forgiveness. There will be a need for letting go of the past for this relationship to move forward, but the contact is definitely on its way to you. And that is deck number 1. It's really good deck. Really good deck. Okay. Let me do deck number 2. So can I get into my collective's energy of deck number 2? Hopefully I got my words out a little bit better on this deck. Translation errors. Deck number 2. Collective. And then can I get the... Think about your person, their thoughts, feelings, emotions, thought processes. My hands are dead bad, you know. Really bad. I take some oils for them, but sometimes they're here. I've done tarot a long time, and a lot of funky movements on the hands, and the amount of readings that I do every day, they just kind of go oh my god, I just made an awful joke. You remember? Okay, now you're gonna definitely think I'm weird, those of you that don't think I'm weird, but do you remember, I gotta try and remember which way it is. What's one of them? A dead one of those, or something? Oh my guide he is my guide, you see. It makes complete and utter sense why he's a little bit wacko. Okay, can I get into their thoughts, feelings, energy, thought processes and emotions? Can I get into their possibilities, probabilities, potential outcomes, choices, chances and changes? And can you tell me, is contact coming? So like deck 1, and as always, it works on the strongest mutual energy between you all. So if anything doesn't resonate, just remember it for a later date. Can you tell me, please, is contact coming? For those of you that have picked deck number 2, 2, 3. I was going to do, on deck 1, I was going to do 5, and then the cards spoke differently. So I'm going to do the same with you. I'm going to do 5 top ones. My cards just tell me different things each time. 5, 6, 7. We need more. We need more for deck 2. Can you tell me, is contact coming? Yeah, yours is a bit more complicated. Your mutual energy is a lot more complicated than deck number 1. And the reason for that is because your person is a little bit up and down at the moment about knowing what they want from the situation. Now, that isn't to say it isn't coming. It will come, but it's just going to be a little bit longer. Deck 1 is quite immediate. So deck 2, you'll be looking at the nearer future rather than the immediate future. You'll be looking on a more monthly scale for the majority of you. Some of you it will be weeks, some of you it will be, but some of you, majority of you, not even majority, some of you will be months. So High Priestess, Emperor, strong divine energy cards, heart-centered emotions on both cards, but seeing things from completely different perspectives. You are still in their thoughts, they are still linking you, they're just not quite sure how to navigate the... Do you have steering wheels on ships? Steering wheel of the ship. Don't know what it's called. My sailors out there, let me know. High Priestess, strong energy going on. There are 2 seashells on this. I think they're pomegranate, to be fair, at the bottom, but because it's a sea deck, I'm going with seashells. And the 2 seashells in this deck is the 2 of Cups card. So there is true love between the both of you, but you just have very, very strong and different perspectives of it. There is so much wand energy in this deck, it is unreal. Now the wand energy is all about the kind of passion between the 2 of you. So you are both strong characters, and that is what causes the conflict, because you both want the situation to go your way and not thinking about it. Some of you are thinking about it from the other person's perspective, but a lot of you aren't. I don't ever think about things from my twin flame's perspective. I only think about it from my own. But it's along those lines, you know. It's because they have got shit that they are trying to sort, and they are feeling really heavily burdened. A lot of them are having issues at work. A lot of them are having issues with family. A lot of them are having issues with children as well, mainly teenagers. There's a few of you that have got teenagers in the family, and there are issues around that. A lot of you are worried that they are going out and cheating, and they're not, because you've got trust issues, and there is a whole layer of mushiness between the 2 of you, and the reason for that again is because of passion. So what's happening at the moment, your person isn't in contact because they're feeling heavily burdened and in conflict about the situation. They're trying to work out what the right thing is for everyone involved. You are in their thoughts again with passionate energy, but they need you to, they want the situation, they don't need you, sorry, they want the situation to be more stable around you. So you have the Queen of Wands here standing in her strong energy. You have the Queen of Pentacles with the stability. So it's like the light switch. You need to be standing in your power and trying to lay your weapons down a little bit. And I hate saying that because I'm one of these people that always has her weapons out when it comes to divine relationships. Anyway, most of the time I don't have any bloody weapons at all, but with divine relationships, fight. So this is what is happening. Queen of Pentacles energy, this is where they need your energy to be at. They're trying to balance everything at the moment, and also that is themselves. They're trying to step from the passionate energy that they are in into the more Pentacles energy, into the more stable energy. But there is movement. Once they've worked it out, they're going to go back into their logical mind frame with the Page of Pentacles, see it from their perspective. And then they're going to come back with passion again. So it's not really lesson learned at all. It's just the continuation. A lot of you will have to put your foot down with the situation and say, no, we can't go back to how it was. A lot of you will just be very happy to hear from them. Take your time replying. Do not reply straight away. Do not make them feel that they are back in control of the situation, because you need to be more additionally in control of what energy they are throwing on you. Because that will give you the power, and that again will be another call back to them. If they said, oh, do you want to meet for a coffee? Just say, sorry, I'm busy this week. How about next week? Why, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just going out. That's all you need to say. That's all you need to say. Take the power back in the relationship. Get from the Queen of Pentacles energy, Queen of Wands energy into more Queen of Pentacles energy. Stand strong rather than going with the passionate side, because the passionate side is going to make you want to meet them straight away and text them back straight away. So just try to think Queen Pentacles, try to think Queen of Pentacles. It might be worth some of you getting some tourmaline, the ladies, putting tourmaline in your bra, males in your pocket, unless you wear bras, you can put that in there too. 6 of Pentacles, balance. You're on rocky water with this person, your emotions are rocky, but the contact will come but it's just going to be a bit harder. Spirit are pushing the situation together with the Hierophant over here, the two energies at the bottom. That would be you and your person's energy, pushing your energy together, being the guiding light. But they are very, very stubborn. They are very stubborn. I feel like I need to pull 3 more for deck 2. Can I have 3 more for deck 2? About, is contact coming? 1, 2, yeah. Makes sense. Just 1, please, babies. Yes, I do talk to my cards, or my new subscribers. Hi, new subscribers. Hi, old subscribers. I always talk to my cards. Just 1, please. Okay, 2. A lot of them have ended up in situations where they have kind of jumped from the frying pan into the fire, which means this isn't all of you on the collective, this is some of you, where they've jumped from how things were with you into another situation. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean relationships, that could be any kind of situation. However, it could be situations with family, it could be any situation, really. It could be career, it could be anything. But what is going to happen is the indicator back to you is going to be the tower happening. So the tower is when things fall apart and everybody jumps out the building, and your person is going to jump into your arms. Justice, the karma kind of thing will be paid. Karmic contracts are a lot of the karmic stuff is kind of ending. If you are twin flames, or feel you are twin flames, if you feel you are soulmates, if you feel that your relationship is slightly more than the norm, it might be worth having a look at Saint Germain and the Violet Flame, because that is a tool that spiritual people, it's the same colour as my hair, is a tool spiritual people use to transmute karma. So it might be worth doing that as well. Your person is then going to gather their strength and get in contact with you with the Knight of Cups. Your person loves you. It's just that the situation is very, very intense, and something will have to happen for a lot of them for them to come back towards you, which is why it's slightly longer than deck 1, and that's why they need you to be logical about the situation. They are going to need you to be their rock. A lot of them are going to need you to be their support, and while you're still angry, not all of you are angry, but while you still have that feelings towards them, they don't know how they're going to take it, so you will be their go-to. And please don't take that the wrong way. That is just how your person is, and because they love you, they're just scared of everything. Can you tell me, please, collective timing on that is 2 to 3 months. So it's not even that far, really. Some of you it will be quicker, and some of you it will be slower. But that's your collective mutual energy. And again, remember, timings, take it with a bit of leeway, because firstly, that is your collective one. But even, well, in personal readings, I always say I'm never really that far out. But about if you hold on to the situation and you don't give it the right space, and you're thinking, oh, Ali said it's going to be then. Ali said it's going to be then. You're pressing pause on it yourself, because you're not giving the universe space to create it for you. And also, your person has free will, and also there is divine timing. So if they said in 2 weeks, I said, oh, like, well, 2 to 3 months, they're going to contact you, and they chose not to, that's their free will. But the likelihood is 2 to 3 months for the majority of you, your collective time. Okay, can I have some clarifying cards, please, for deck number 2 about their relationship? Is contact coming for deck number 2? Is contact coming? How many did we hit before? Contact coming. 3. So you will have to, you can majority of you can manifest this situation moving forward, and the best way to manifest it will be to be focusing on you getting in your Pentacles energy and creating structure in your life. So this first 2 cards for advice for you, you've got release and structure, and that doesn't mean letting the situation, that doesn't mean moving on for the situation, it means releasing the situation. So you're giving space for the universe to do something about it. They need you to be in a more stable position rather than going in all guns blazing and with passion. You know, a lot of you, maybe some drunk arguments that have happened as well. It kind of flows out of your mouth with that intensity of passion involved in the situation. But gathering stability, they have got to work through their fears and healing. And that after that, that is when contact can come in. After that, that is when contact can come in. I missed that. Like communication blues. So they will be working through fears and healing their hearts. You need to let the situation go and gain your structure. Now, if that doesn't fit with them, switch the energies around. This feels to be more the feminine energy. This feels to be more masculine. But again, it's your mutual energy. So that could switch between all of you. Go with the light. Be guided by light. Keep strong. It will come. It will come. It's just a bit longer of a wait. But you need to be stable. They need to get you. You need to be stable and they need to be stable. Both of you need to be stable. And that's step number 2. So if you want to book a private reading, email mysticlovetarot@gmail.com. If you want to find me on Instagram, it's just mysticlovetarot. All the requests and that go through there. I also hold competitions and things. I need to do another one of them actually. And what else? That's it. I think that's it. Alright guys, lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.